Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, and that includes you. I'm concerned that you, as a human being on this earth, get a chance to experience life as do a human being, as that of those who call themselves or see it as a tree. It has life. The rivers that flow from beginning to end, it has life. And so should you. The only difference is that you have choice and you have the possibilities of being deceived. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that what I do, what you are familiar with, is I'm committed to it. I've been doing this for over 10 or more years, and I've used every medium that would allow me to use it, and that is to share a message with you. Now, having been on YouTube for over 10 years, I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. And if you watch any of my posts, you won't find that many that have more than 20 views. There might be one or two, but not that many. And so the message that I shared with you yesterday and the message that I will share with you today, I've shared with you for 10 years and I got over almost 6,000 videos out there. Now you tell me that's not committed. But what I want to say to you is this Donald Trump that you have for President of the United States is a gift from God. I've looked at it. I've seen it for what it's worth. And it seems to me, as I share with you, to be an indication, something that you could put before you to just show you how far you are from God. Now, Trump has no connection with God. And those who have accepted Trump as the leader of their spirit have no relationship with God. And there are those of you who have done as best you could to have a relationship with God, but you're still living in this world. And to that degree, to that amount of time that you have grown, that's your participation in the world as it is. But I want every last one of you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that all of us have been deceived. I heard a young lady say this morning that we were born into sin. And whether that's true or not, we have always known sin because that's all we've had held before us. And we talk about a heaven. We talk about a heaven that we say we are deserving to. But in this presentation of Donald Trump, to show you how far you are from God, it also gives you an indication how far you must come back to God. So you see, what you see in Donald Trump is the same thing you imagine with the devil. And when you see the actions being successful in their endeavors, that means that the people, those of you, the American people, the people of the world who have assisted by giving it your power, not resisting, are those little agents that operate for Satan. Now that you don't really know anything about, but see, God loves you. And every now and then, someone is sent before you to share with you a different perspective, to talk to you about change, to talk to you about being born again, which basically means that your mind has been changed. You've walked from the darkness into the light. You see, I'm going to tell you some stuff that might appear to be secrets, not secret, but it might appear to some. One is this: every human being that comes on this earth takes away from this earth if it's nothing but oxygen. God has a design that every individual that comes to this earth brings something to give to this earth, which means it makes it better for everything, including the earth and you. And so when you start talking about being a baby on this earth, if you're doing the things the proper way, those kids will be learning as they always have, but they will be learning different things. They will be learning those things that facilitates life. This is the thing that they would learn and be excited about doing when they recognize the truth. And that truth is that everyone wants to be in peace and be prosperous and free and joyous and happy. In fact, everyone wants to live their dream. Is that happening today? And if you are that far away from God as you are today, what would it take to get you back on the trail? No, I'm not going to advocate you going back to the Bible. I'm not going to advocate you going back to church trying to understand things. There's a place and there's a time for that, but that is not now. You're in the middle of hell right now. You don't have time to go read. You better express what you know, because it is that or nothing. But what I say to you is to recognize this. Recognize that you're living on an earth that man had nothing to do with. So there's an almighty power that has designed this big, beautiful ball of love so that you and I can have somewhere to rest our tail. Not only that, what comes with it, resources that have allowed us to do everything we've done in the past, everything we do today, and everything we'll do in the future. That mighty for God has prepared that we have a lack of nothing, and we can live and be what? Have our needs met, wants, desires met, suffering for not food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, anything that's made by the hands of man. That God has set it up so wonderful that every human being, regardless of where you are, you can experience a life like that. Now, if we can recognize that this is a result of God, man didn't do this, black men, white men, nobody that we know, human, had anything to do with this magnificent earth. And we could recognize that. And we can recognize that we exist on this earth by that same power. And if we wanted to live on this earth, recognizing God, there's only one other thing we can do. And that's do unto others as we'd have others to do unto us. And that, my friend, would be the result of all the stuff you could have learned in the Bible, all the stuff that was true, everything that is real. It would have been made real in how you treat one another. And in doing that, you don't have to be waiting to die to go to heaven. You might want to get there, but everybody would know it because they will be creating it. They will be making it. And you can't argue with the receipts. So I just say I want you to take Donald Trump to let you know that you've been used by God to show the world how evil is. And ladies and gentlemen, remember this. It's not about politics. It's not about the Republicans and Democrats and black and white. It's about right and wrong. It's about evil and good. If it doesn't work for the betterment of all of us, it's evil. You don't have to question that. It's evil. You might say, well, this is a better way. If it doesn't work for everybody, it's evil. So don't stop there. Keep on searching. Keep on looking till you find the way that leads to the peace. Keep on looking. Don't give up until you found it. And when you find it, you stand up and represent it. And you stand up proudly and represent it because they don't know. I declare they don't know. And if they did, they do better. Just like those of us who say we do and got some receipts. Well, Trump was used by God to show all of America and everybody else how far we are from God. And knowing how far we are from, and let us know how far we got to come. But we got to walk with a different path, a different mindset. And that's knowing the truth. I want to thank you again. This is Eddie Marcus. Say goodbye for now.